Hello everybody, welcome to the McVan O'Keefe Ice Hockey Arena here in Peabody, Massachusetts. I am Bernard Parisi here for the call with this for the 32nd annual Carlin Cup matchup between the girls Peabody Tanner hockey team versus the Bishop Fenwick Crusaders. To start off, the Bishop Fenwick Crusaders, they are the home team today. They come in 7-8-2 on the year. They last played Peabody in a close 2-1 loss to the Tanners. They played tight defense all around, which will be, I believe, the secret to winning this game today. They limited the game to it was only a 1-goal deficit going into the third period. They played aggressive throughout the whole game, and they came very close at the end, but it just could not seal the deal. The Tanners come in, they're 10-6-2. Their tournament hopes are still alive. They, like I said, they coming off a 2-1 win in the last matchup versus Fenwick. They were pretty much stymied by the Fenwick defense for the most part. They tried to take advantage of their offensive chances, but they were always countered by very good defensive play by the defensemen of Fenwick. When it comes to the defensemen for Fenwick, I think the two players that we heard a lot, their names called a lot last time, were Jill Matucci, number 9, and number 13, Ali Jaguar. We should hear their names called a lot. I think they'll be called upon a lot to try to shut down the Tanner offense, which for the most part this season has been rolling pretty well. We got players like Sammy Mirasolo. I believe she was just voted Conference Player of the Year. I spoke with Coach Michelle Roach of the Tanners just a couple days ago. I think she had about 32 points on the year so far, including 20 goals. This team, the Tanner offense, they are almost like a ticking time bomb for the most part. They can explode at any moment. They've been known to score goals in bunches. They're riding the offensive skills of players like Sammy Mirasolo and Jen Flynn for the last few games. Flynn and Sammy's sister Cassie Mirasolo with the 2 goals in their last home game against Oakmont Regional. They picked up the only 2 goals of that game. I think the secret key to victory for the Tanners is they need to come out aggressive against the tight defensive pressure. They need to be taking a few more chances offensively, which has been the trend for them so far. However, I think also they just need to be quicker with their passing, be a little bit more creative offensively. For the most part, I think the Fenwick offense keyed on Sammy Mirasolo last time, and I think they'll try to key on her again in this game. So I think they need to try to pass the puck around the ice, try to dish it out to some of the other wingers like Jess Robert, Sarah Buckley, Paige Thibodeau, and Jed Flynn and Cassie Mirasolo. Also, the defense needs to get into the game also. They've been known to set up offensive rushes. For Bishop Fenwick, I think they need to stick to the same game plan that they used last time, which was play tight defensive pressure and try to shut down Sammy Mirasolo. However, I think what befell them last time was they didn't take enough chances offensively. They seemed much rather to sit back in their own zone and try to set up breakout plays and play tight defense, but they just need to be a little bit more aggressive on offense. We should have a very exciting game coming up for you folks. We are live with Peabody Access TV on Channel 8. We will also be streaming this game on our YouTube channel, Peabody Access TV, and we should be also streaming on the Peabody Access TV website as well. Once again, folks, I'm Bernard Parisi. We have hopefully an exciting game coming up for you. Goaltending matchup, I'm expecting it to be Abigail Buckley, number 31 of Peabody, and it could go either way for the Crusaders. They have 2 sophomore goalies. Last time we saw Kaylin Wesley in net. We'll see what happens come game time, folks. We'll have national anthem coverage for you in just a moment. Paige Thibodeau is out. They've got Jen Flynn on the top line with the Mirasolo sisters, covered by Carolyn Garfoli and Mae Norton on defense. And face-off is won by the Tanners back into their own zone. Norton will give it back up to Mirasolo. She has 22 goals on the year so far. Flynn into the corner, covered by Jaguar, trying to get it out of the corner, covered up by a few defenders. She comes out of the pile, still with the puck, trying to get it back down the ice. Abigail Buckley starting in net. No icing here, ref waves it off. Garofoli will try to get it out of the zone. We'll send it back down the length of the ice. No icing here, ref waves it off. Back down to get it is Matucci. Behind her boards, slings it around. Garofoli will try to keep it in. It goes back down the length of the ice. Norton going back to play defense. Flynn looking to dump it out. Shot goes just wide of the Peabody net. Garofoli looking to get it out. Will instead dump it around the boards. Peabody will making some quick changes. Jess Roberts, Sarah Buckley, Katie Purcell, and Riley Ganser come on. As the last Peabody player, Sammy Mirasolo, goes off. Her usual line mate, Paige Thibodeau, number 25, a freshman, comes on. Ref's whistle blows. Looks like a Fenwick player took a tumble behind the net, and it looks like the net came dislodged. So face-off coming in the Fenwick zone. Face-off tied up. Thibodeau trying to whack it out of there. Thibodeau has been, for the large part, the aggression player of the Tanners. She's always going down into the corners, trying to get the puck to her fellow players. Big scramble there. It has gotten out. Riley Ganser there to play defense, but Fenwick will look to bring it back down the boards. Going back to get it is Jess Robert, number 28 of the Tanners. In front. Oh, almost got kicked in by one of the Peabody players. Buckley has the wherewithal to kick it out. Senior captain, number 21, Katie Purcell, who's moving quickly, dumps it around the boards. She races off for a quick change. Sammy Mirasolo immediately rushing in there to try to break up a pass. Sent back down the length of the ice. Refs time up. We have icing on the Crusaders. So last game that these two teams played against each other was a 2-1 Peabody win. We saw Abigail Buckley and Kaylin Wesley in net. Wesley played pretty good throughout the whole game. She had one instance near the end of the game where she got a little aggressive with one defender. However, that doesn't overshadow the fact that she played almost spectacularly in net. Shot from the point goes in front, tipped, and it is still kept out by Fenwick. It is chipped on across. Reading this is Flynn. They keep it in. Mirasolo looking to keep it in. Just keeping in is Garofoli. His shot is way wide of the net. Norton looking to shoot this one in. Just trying to set up one of her wingers. Sending it back down the length of the ice. Flynn playing. We have one-on-one. The captain trying to get a shot away. Cannot in front, and it goes wide. Just went under the stick of number 15, Lexi McNeil, a junior forward for the Crusaders. Cassie Mirasolo goes off. Jess Robert comes on for the Tanners. In front, goes off with the skate of a Fenwick player. Mae Norton looking to send a wrister towards the net is intercepted by Fenwick. They take it quickly back up ice. Playing very patiently, shot fluttering up high to the right of Buckley in net. Sending it around the boards is Garofoli. Falling down is McNeil in the corner. She may have been looking for a tripping call there. Norton is going back behind her own net, playing very patiently, trying to set up a breakout play. Sammy Mirasolo trying to dish it up ice, kept in, but no, intercepted again by Garofoli. Almost sends it into her own bench. She goes off as Ganser and Purcell come on defense. Full line change here. Moving into the zone goes Fenwick. They send this one wide off the backside of the net. In the corner goes Purcell. Gives up to Thibodeau. I've noticed Coach Michelle Roach of the Tanners, she's been experimenting with new lines so far. For the most part, it has worked. Ref's arm goes up for a believe it was just an offside. Face off in the Peabody zone. Tied up. Won by Fenwick, though. Along the boards. Getting it back into the neutral zone is Peabody. Fenwick using quick passing, trying to use that to their advantage. So far, they've just met equally good defense from the Tanners. This game brought to you by Peabody Access TV, your local Channel 8 network. This one's back into the Crusaders zone, sent back to the neutral zone now. Ganter will send it around the boards as the forwards will go off, as Flynn and the Mirasolos come on. Moving it into the zone is number 13, Ali Jaguar. Senior defender. Shot into the stick of Buckley. She sticks it out for Purcell. Purcell, for the most part, has been the member of this line who's been trying to set up all the breakout plays. Given up to Sammy Mirasolo, their high-scoring winger, only a sophomore, in front. Oh, save made by Wesley. A little confusion there in net. It looks like Wesley was able to easily get that underneath their glove. Back along the boards. Fenwick trying to bank it off the boards. It is caught between the boards and Carlin Garofoli. It is taken back down the ice. Brought a 2-on-1 opportunity. Fed it across. Sticked away by Jen Flynn. Tremendous defensive play by the winger from Peabody. She moves quickly up ice, trying to deke around the defender. Sent back down the ice. It'll be icing on the Crusaders. So we've seen the wingers get in on defense so far. Jen Flynn, tremendous play, breaking up a potential shot there. That could have been a goal. So the usual second line of the Tanners is out. Robert in on the faceoff one, back to Purcell. Dishes it back off the glass. Ganter trying to get it. It is sticked away by a defender. Purcell and Ganter racing back to play defense quickly. Into the zone come the Crusaders. Into the stick of Purcell. Sarah Buckley trying to keep away. Goes back into the neutral zone. Picking it up by the Crusader bench is Jess Roberts. She moves in behind the net. Holding. Trying to dish it in front. It is tipped away by a Fenwick defender. Kept in. Oh, just skirting the line, and it goes back into the neutral zone. Falling down on the pass was number 15, McNeil. That was number 18, Olivia Legiacano. Thibodeau going down into the corner. Seems to be her favorite area to the ice to go. Fed it across to Purcell. Wrist shot. And it looks like Wesley lost track of it just for a moment. I think it may have deflected off of her chest pad. Ganter up high, trying to stick it around. It is kept in. Puck is bouncing all over the ice today. Purcell playing defense, back to retrieve it. Gives it up to Sammy Mirasolo, who gives it to her sister, Cassie. Loses possession. Could have had a shot right in the slot. Falling down is a defender in the corner for Fenwick. It has gotten back. Norton. Garofoli had just come onto the ice to play defense. Good awareness there. Sticked away from Mirasolo. In the middle. Kept in by Peabody. Sammy trying to bank it off the boards for Carolyn Garofoli. Shot just wide to the left of the net. Holding backhanded in front. Sammy trying to squeeze it through the corner. Could not get it through. Norton sends it along the boards to Cassie Mirasolo. The Fenwick defenders looking to get it out. Here they come. Just about a one-on-one, almost. Holds, fed it across. Goes back into the neutral zone and back to their own zone. Kaylin Wesley yelling instructions to her defenders. Tie up near the penalty box. Norton playing good defense. Jess Robert. Garofoli tapping her stick, calling for possession. Crusaders moving it quickly back. Up ice. Oh, that was almost a breakaway opportunity for Thibodeau. Shot is gloved underneath by Buckley. So we've seen some creative offensive play, some tight defensive play in the Crusaders zone, but equally good offensive puck movement by the Tanners and the Crusaders, for matter of fact. Shot flutters just in front of the net. Buckley sticks it out. Fed it across, and if the defender had her stick down, she would have had that one in the net. Thibodeau will send it back down the length of the ice. This will be icing on the Tanners. Also, folks, don't forget to tune in today at 4 to Nesson, Channel 51. The Bruins are in Calgary taking on the Calgary Flames. They will look to improve on their 35-13-8 record, following a 6-1 loss to the Vancouver Canucks. Tie up off the face-off. Thibodeau banks it around a defender. She's moving quickly up ice. Looking for something to give to this full capacity crowd. Looking to give them something to cheer about. Purcell. Jaguar. Oh, she levels Buckley down to the ice. She gets up quickly. Buckley holding, backhanded in front. Snapshot. Oh, what a save. Two players falling down simultaneously. Luckily, the refs didn't see it, I think. As the Crusaders will make a line change, and the Tanners will now make a change. So this is the 32nd annual Carlin Cup matchup between these two teams. If this were NBC, this would likely be the NHL's Wednesday night rivalry game. Face-off one, barely kept in by Garofoli. Capacity crowd, every section is near full. People lining the boards. Back to Garofoli, gives over to her defensive partner of Norton. Garofoli and Norton have been absolutely spectacular this season. The senior mentoring the sophomore defender in Carolyn Garofoli. This Tanner team is a good mix of young players. Shot, save made, rebound, and it goes wide. It's a good mix of senior and sophomore and junior talent. Whistle blows. I believe this will be offside. Tanner's making a small change. They've got Flynn and the Mirasolos out with Ganter and Purcell. Won by the Crusaders. They dump it around Ganter. Ref's arm goes up, and she just wasn't over the red line. That will be icing. Face-off. Tied up. Crusaders look to get it out. Kept up high, and this puck goes into the crowd. Conveniently, I believe it was another hockey player there to retrieve it. So Cassie Mirasolo in for Peabody. The face-off master. Sammy wins it. In front. Oh, and it's sticked up high, and it will go back into the neutral zone down the length of the ice. Ref signals no icing here. Purcell looking over his shoulder. Looking to see where number 5, Gabby DeVerne, is. A freshman defender, freshman forward. Ganter sticks it out into the neutral zone. Down the length of the ice. Race to the puck is Mirasolo. Oh! She narrowly averted an icing penalty there. She could have got there, but the stick was just tied up with the defender. This will come back to the Peabody zone to the right of Abigail Buckley in net. Buckley has played sparkling throughout this season so far. Sparkling play all around. One thing to note also, the backup goalie for the Tanners, Jen Collins, she has been playing marvelously so far. She's picked up a couple shutouts so far this season. Back behind the red line of the net. Garofoli trying to give it up ice to Thibodeau. Up high, glove down, and now it's blocked down. Here comes Thibodeau and Robert. They move quickly, covered by defenders. Into the middle. Trying to get it through a screen. It goes into the stick of a defender and wide. Whacked around the boards, rolling along the glass. Flipped out, up high. Can't really see it from this angle. It's along the penalty box, though. Sticked up high, in the middle, shot. Up high, they lose track of it. Stick tie up there. This one is going back. This game's moving back and forth, moving up and down the ice quickly here in this game. Norton moving in, wrist shot, wide. Buckley down to get it. Held along the boards by DeVerne. Big scrum there, most of the defenders are there. Up high, fluttering down in front of Wesley is number 19, Shannon Nagy. We'll get it out in the middle. Flynn, a shot right in, and we got a little bit of a scrum at the front of the net. It looks like it's Buckley getting into it with Wesley. We saw some aggressive play out of Kaylin Wesley last game that these two played. She actually, it looked like she picked up Jen Flynn and threw her down to the ice. The refs didn't see it though, or else there probably would have been a penalty called on the goalie of Fenwick. So far, I think that's setting the tone for this game. I think there's some tensions between the two teams. And it might turn out to be an aggressive game overall. In front to the left, goes wide. Mirasolo reverses direction, in front, Tanner score! It looked like it deflected in from nearly no angle. I think it was Sammy Mirasolo who got it. Tanners jump up 1-0 here with 3:01 left in the first period. Tremendous offensive awareness and skill by Sammy Mirasolo. No wonder she's the leading goal scorer for this team this year. Won by the Tanners. Mirasolo immediately going in on it. Can't get there though. Matucci flips it out. Cassie Mirasolo, ref's whistle blows. And we will have a penalty called on none other than the goal scorer, Sammy Mirasolo. She will go to the box, I believe, for hooking. Nope. Oh, yeah, she just went to the wrong box, folks. So the face-off will come to the Tanner zone. So less than 6 seconds after the goal by Peabody, the goal scorer goes to the box. Won by the Crusaders. Flynn flips it out. Almost got it back into the zone. Sticks collide, number 5, that is DeVerne, trying to feed it in front. In the slot at the point, defender gives over to number 10. Shot into the defender. Rebound, what a glove save by Buckley. Tremendous glove save there. That glove went up and looked like a millisecond. One in the middle, and it looks like it was McNeil couldn't get there in time. Sent back down the length of the ice. Peabody trying to kill it off. 1:34 left on this power play for the Crusaders. Flynn down there, whacks at it, sends it back down the end of the ice. Going back to retrieve it. Crusaders moving quickly. Oh, it hit hard. That was a legal hit though, folks. Good play by Cassie Mirasolo. Shot tipped off of a skate of, I believe it was Garofoli's skate. DeVerne behind the net. Loses track of it between her legs, but Garofoli there to play defense in front. Oh, you could hear that hit the stick of Buckley. That was close. Back at the point. Right wing side. Back to the defender. Wrist shot, just dribbled off. Rebound. Oh, another sliding save by Buckley. Good backhander by DeVerne, but it looked like Buckley was moving from right to left in net, and it just ended up in her glove. Robert in on the faceoff, won by the Crusaders. That's Jaguar playing catch with her defenders. Number 10 shot wide. That was a good scorching wrist shot by Amanda Blanchard, a senior forward. Moving quickly, Thibodeau. Whacked off of her stick. She banks it off the boards, goes back to retrieve it again. Moving into the zone. In, here it goes. Blocked aside by defenders. Looks like the goalie was screened. Back down the length of the ice. This will be the end of this penalty for the Tanners. Mirasolo with 2 seconds. 1, and she comes out of the box. That's even strength. This penalty has been killed off. Tremendous goaltending play by Abigail Buckley. 46 seconds left to go in the period. In the middle, DeVerne. Shot off the stick. Rebound, backhander across. Diving at it was Buckley, and she got her stick on it. Here comes Purcell, senior captain. Wrist shot off the pad and out wide. 25 seconds left to go in the period. Into the neutral zone. $15 seconds left. They look to set up one more offensive rush down the length of the ice, and Buckley will stick it out to her defenders. 8 seconds left. They'll send it back down the length of the ice. That should send us to the first intermission. So both teams will go to the dressing room with the Tanners up 1-0 on a goal by Sammy Mirasolo, and almost no angle shot. I don't know how that one found the back of the net. So far, we've seen some physical play out of the Fenwick Crusaders so far. Kaylin Wesley has, as usual, been playing pretty well in net, but Abigail Buckley, her saves have kept the Tanners in this game. She made a tremendous glove save, and then that save sliding across the net to stop a backhanded shot. We go into the first intermission. We'll be right back soon with second period action. Once again, the Tanners hold a 1-0 lead. This game brought to you by Peabody Access Telecommunication on Channel 8. We're also streaming on our YouTube channel, and we should be also streaming on our website as well. We will be right back with second period action from the McVan O'Keefe Arena.
So who's going to do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice. And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
We couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Search Ready Kids at nyc.gov or call 311.
When you're running your own business and taking care of your disabled brother, you tend to learn about responsibility pretty quickly.
Welcome back to the McVan O'Keefe Ice Hockey Arena in Peabody, Massachusetts. The Tanners come into this period. They're up 1-0 on a goal by the Peabody's main goal scorer, Sammy Mirasolo, only a sophomore, so that means she's got at least 2 more years of hopefully highly successful play coming up for the Tanners. The Bishop Fenwick Crusaders, they've been getting the puck into the Peabody zone a lot this game. They've been getting plenty of chances, but the problem is I think it's that brick wall and net, Abigail Buckley, who's been stopping them from getting on the board. This game is brought to you by Peabody Access TV. We are live on Channel 8. We are also being streamed live on YouTube and on the Peabody Access TV website. So before we get a face-off, just randomly, shout out to my mother, Ina, how are you? And my father, Jim, how are you? Face-off won by the Tanners. Second period is underway. Back down to the Tanners zone to get it is Garofoli. Carolyn Garofoli trying to get it out of her zone, trying to move it quickly up ice. Sent back down the length of the ice. And it is covered by Mirasolo. She will try to dump it into the Crusader zone. Here comes number 9, Matucci, trying to get around a wall of defenders. And this one is back to defender Garofoli. Nope, that's Mirasolo. Garofoli now will take it in. We'll send it back into the neutral zone. Here they come. 2-on-1. Tanner's moving in. Shot into the chest of Wesley. Mirasolo was looking for her second one of the game there. Having a little laugh with Jen Flynn there, probably saying, I thought I'd take that one. That would have been a juicy open net shot if it had been a rebound. Face off won by the Tanners in the middle, up high. I think that actually may have deflected off of someone's helmet. I think I could hear it from up here. Goes into the net, behind the net. The net above the glass keeps the puck from going into the crowd. Even though we've already seen one puck go into the crowd here. Face off, tie up into the slot. Is gotten back out down the length of the ice. Buckley will just stick it out. No, she will let it go by. Smart play by Abigail Buckley. It was about to end up on her stick. She realized it was about to miss the net, and the ref's arm was up. This will be an icing. Paige Thibodeau in on the face-off. Off the face-off, and diving at it is Wesley covered. Fenwick making a quick line change. Now on at defense is number 9, Matucci. She goes behind to get it, banks it around the boards. Jess Robert can't put her body in between her and the puck. Buckley shadowing a defender, playing good defense into the offensive zone of the Crusaders. Back down. Looks like some of the players on the bench just looking to duck out of the way of that one. Here's number 13, Jaguar, gives it up to number 8, Madeline Williams, a senior forward. Boomed off by Robert, making a quick change, fed it across. Buckley dumping it across the ice. They realize this will be an offside, so they go back to recoil. Back down, race to get it between Purcell and Gabby DeVerne. Purcell wins the race. Looking to get it up ice. Speedy pass goes right into the stick of the defender. Tanner's looking to get it out. They're trying to use slick passing to their advantage. Ganter going back to get it. Tapping her stick is Jaguar looking for a change. Buckley sends it around the boards. Wesley back behind to set it up for the defenders. Number 14, Rachel Boylan, a senior defender, sends it back down the length of the ice. And one ref signaled icing, the other waved it off. Flynn raced for the puck. Here comes Flynn and Mirasolo, the speedsters. Drop pass, shot, oh, in the middle. We saw that drop pass to great effect in the last Peabody home game, their senior night versus Oakmont. Mirasolo set up Flynn on two good drop passes. Almost kept in. Garofoli raced back down the length of the ice to get it. Norton and DeVerne. Norton wins the race. Backhanded and flutters right into the glove of Abigail Buckley. So we have 11:33 left in the second period. Second line of the Tanners is out. Tied up. Won by Peabody. Looking to get it out. We've seen for the most part this year, most of the offense coming from the top line of the Tanners. Here's race to the puck, and Wesley will cover it up as Robert was racing to get it. So the faceoff will come to the right of Kaylin Wesley, sophomore goaltender. Crusaders win it. Goes into the Goes into the 28 on the jersey of Jess Robert. Wrist shot from the point. Oh, whoa, almost rebound. Wide of the net. Wesley was out of net. That could have been a disastrous goal for against the Crusaders. So big scramble at the front. Purcell set it up with her wrist shot. As Peabody trying to use screens in front of Wesley to their advantage. This will be the last Carlin Cup matchup for players like Katie Purcell, Mae Norton, Sarah Buckley, I believe Alicia Gillen, and Samantha Murphy. As they're seniors, they will all be graduating this spring. Also, Cassie Mirasolo, number 13. This will be her last Carlin Cup game. Back behind the Tanners net, trying to get it in front. Big scramble, and it is gotten out. Here come the Tanners. They send it back down. No icing here. Wesley yelling instructions to her fellow defenders. Mirasolo holding, trying to spin around. Tied up. Garofoli loses track of it. Gotten back into the neutral zone. Peabody will recoil, look to set up another breakout play. Norton will send it around the boards. Flynn will give it back to Garofoli. Slap shot goes way wide. I think she was just looking for someone to intercept and deflect it. Here comes DeVerne. DeVerne sticked away from behind by Jen Flynn. Back into the corner, Cassie Mirasolo in to get it. Loses possession, kept in the middle, shot, save made by Buckley. That was off the stick of Amanda Blanchett, a senior forward, number 10. Tanners making a line change, as are the Crusaders. 8:55 left in the second period. 1-0 game, Tanners holding the lead. Tied up. Fluttering in front, across the crease and out. Here goes Thibodeau along the bench to get it. It is sticked along the boards. And we will have an icing on the Tanners. This will come back to their zone. This could be a prime offensive chance for the Crusaders. They've been putting pressure on Buckley so far. Won by the Crusaders. Fluttering, glove down out of the air by Ganter. Tall defender. So back down the length, and here goes a race to the puck between Thibodeau and number 13. That is Ali Jaguar, flipped along the boards. Robert back to get it. Buckley. Buckley intercepts. The ref's whistle blows. I believe the ref is signaling for offside. As the Crusaders will make a quick line change here, some minor repairs. In on the face-off is number 10, Amanda Blanchett for the Crusaders. In on it is Cassie Mirasolo, number 13 of the Tanners. Here comes McNeil along the wing. Sticked away by Ganter. Flipping it up along the boards. DeVerne will dish it back. Here comes Sammy Mirasolo, race to the puck. Whacking it off the boards, it's up on its edge. Flynn and Mirasolo, the speedsters of the Tanners. Back to get it, Purcell moving in from the defensive position. Here is Cassie. Shot across the crease. Over to get it, Norton. Norton is out there with Purcell. That's a combination we haven't seen at all this season. Back to get it. Mirasolo race to the puck. Along the boards, it is kept in. Across, and it was into the stick of a defender. Mirasolo looking for it. Oh, and it goes back into the neutral zone, back down the length of the ice. Garofoli and Norton will go back to play defense. DeVerne shadowing Garofoli. Garofoli feeding it across to Flynn, who couldn't get there in time. Flynn holding, spinning around defenders. Number 14 holding her along the boards. It's Rachel Boylan. Cassie Mirasolo looking to get it back to her defenders. Norton in the middle, loses possession, and it will go back. And here comes DeVerne, who will send it around the length of the ice. Crusaders making a change. Garofoli looking to set something up, holding possession for a long time. This one sent back down the length of the ice. Puck rolling on its edge along the boards. No icing here. Goes around. Flynn kept in by Norton. Flynn and Norton are there. Flynn trying to deke around defenders. It goes back down the length of the ice again. Icing on the Crusaders. So 6:06 left here in the second period. This period's moving by quickly. Jess Robertson on the faceoff. Buckley trying to get it. Kept in barely by Ganter. Buckley goes over her stick. Back to get it. There's number 8 of the Crusaders down there. That is Madeline Williams. Purcell shot wide. Thibodeau tapping it around a defender. She's immediately boomed off the puck, but Jess Roberts is in to get it. The line of the Tanners out there, a bunch of 20s and a 3. They got Riley Ganter, number 3, and they got the rest of the players' numbers in the 20s. Buckley, it goes gloved underneath. So the Crusaders will make a change. I believe it looks like Coach Michelle Roach of the Tanners will send on Mirasolos and Jen Flynn. Well, no, it's a total line change. Ganter and Purcell will come off as well, and Norton and Garofoli will come on. For the most part this season, she's used mostly the same 2 lines. But when you have a coach who's turned around a program that was almost dropped a few years ago, you listen to what she says. This one goes up into the Peabody bench. Will be a face-off in the neutral zone by the visitors bench. Even though this arena basically doubles as the home rink for both teams, it's essentially a home game for both the Tanners and the Crusaders. Even though on paper the Crusaders are home and the Tanners are away. Sent along the boards. No icing here. Tied up behind the boards. Backhander, almost went through. Holding, wrist shot. And now here comes race to the puck, 15 against 15. Here comes McNeil, shot, save made by Buckley. Held in by number 9 of the Crusaders, that's Jill Matucci. Flynn around the boards to retrieve it. Flynn using her speed, trying to deke around defenders. Stick collision. Kept in. No, the refs will signal offside on Carolyn Garofoli. Both teams making complete line changes here. Fresh lines are out. Falling down is number 19. That was Shannon Nagy. Into the zone come the Tanners. Thibodeau, stick tied up there. Here come the Crusaders. 11, Allison County taking it out. Shot, wrister, and sliding across the crease into the glove of Buckley. She has been spectacular in net so far. I'm sure she would love to end this Carlin Cup game on a high note. She is a junior starter for the Tanners. in the middle, into the pad of Buckley, and it will be covered up. So you can guess there's a line of succession in net. The Tanners actually have 3 goalies at the moment. On paper, it says they have 3 goalies. Buckley is the starter after she leaves after her senior year next year. I believe Jen Collins will likely take the reins, and she is a worthy successor. She's got a couple shutouts this year. Across the middle of the ice, Purcell twirling around defenders, trying to get it out, trying to set up another offensive chance. She gives up to Flynn. Flynn using her speed, trying to outrun defenders. Backhanded in front, shot, save, goes across the crease. That was a spectacular offensive chance there. Almost an offside here. Peabody will recoil and try to set up another chance there. Falling down is Ganter. Making a change is the Crusaders. Here comes Sammy Mirasolo. Dishes it back to Flynn. Seen that drop pass. That drop pass again. Here come the Crusaders. That's McNeil trying to move around defenders. Had a chance there. Sent back down. Wesley looking as nonchalantly as ever in net, just standing waiting for the chance. 2:48 left in the period. DeVerne shot wide to the left of Buckley. Here comes Mirasolo. Will shoot it from center ice and will go off the stick and wide of Kaylin Wesley. Back to Norton, shot. Norton keeps it in. Gotten away, but here come the Crusaders. Blanchett, one-on-one. Wrist shot. What a save by Buckley in net. Getting pats on the helmet from her defenders, Norton and Garofoli. Nice to see all the fans here today filling out this arena, as well as members of both the Tanner and Bishop Fenwick boys teams. This one is back to the neutral zone. Given across to Nagy. Nagy trying to get it across the crease. It will go wide to the left in the net. Shot and is covered up in front, and it is gotten out by Garofoli. Good defensive awareness. Here they come. That's Buckley falling down, stuck the leg out. That reminds me a lot of the hit that for the most part ended Cam Neely's career of the Bruins. Took a hit from former Pittsburgh Penguin defender Alf Samuelson in the leg and ended up causing a deteriorative leg condition that ultimately ended his career. That right there, folks, is a very dangerous hit that just happened to Sarah Buckley there. She was looking for a penalty, would not get one. It looked like the defender stuck her leg out. Race to the puck. Here comes Sammy. Open net. Score! Open net. Wesley got too aggressive there. She came out. It looked like she was at the top of the circles. That was a race to the puck by Mirasolo, her second of the game. Poor defensive play there by, a poor decision there by Wesley Annette. She was almost halfway to the blue line. Mirasolo looked like she almost lost the puck. She could have missed the open net there. Immediately won. Here she comes again. Mirasolo drop pass to Flynn up high. Tanners jump up 2-0. What a goal. Looks like the defender's getting aggressive there. She was holding Mirasolo along the boards by her helmet in front. And a little confusion there, covered up. Looks like a little exchange of words between Mirasolo and the defender. She is not happy with that. So we're seeing even more aggressive play so far. 2-0 Tanners, 1:14 left in the period. Won by Jaguar. They give it back to Blanchett and Matucci are there. That's Blanchett and DeVerne. Matucci back on Folks, I have to say, I don't think I've ever seen a goal quite like that one. The goalie was halfway out of her net trying to play aggressive. Along the boards. Garofoli holding it in. Gives it back to a defender, Thibodeau. Has a little bit of open ice to work with. 35 seconds left to go in the period. Here comes Norton just over the red line. Shot into the stick of Wesley. Oh, and it looks like Jaguar playing a little extracurricular activity there with Buckley. The two captains of both teams getting a little aggressive with each other along the boards. Thibodeau tied up there with Jaguar. We all know from coverage of recent games, she is not afraid to get a little aggressive with opposing players. And of course, the clock will stop with 0.7 left in the period. So basically, this will just be a puck drop, and we will head to the second intermission. Solo on the face-off. Puck hits the ice, and a little bit of a low hit there by the centerman of the Crusaders. Looked like she went down immediately to take the legs out from underneath Mirasolo. But in any case, we will go to the second intermission of this Carlin Cup matchup. The Tanners extend their 1-0 lead. They score yet again another goal by Sammy Mirasolo. No wonder she's the leading goal scorer. She has tremendous speed, was able to get past two defenders and get around a goalie who was playing way too far out of net. Questionable decision to play that aggressive. And we will head to the second intermission. We'll be right back with third period action. This game brought to you live by Peabody Access TV, streaming live on YouTube as well on our YouTube channel. And we also should be streaming live on our website, Peabody Access Telecommunication. We will be right back with third period action from Peabody, Massachusetts.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Hart, what's going on?
I'm leaving.
Why? What did I do?
Not enough. The pressure's too much. I quit.
I get it. I can do better. Just please don't leave.
Don't let your heart quit on you. Get your uncontrolled high blood pressure to a healthy range before it's too late.
When they test you, stand firm and move only when you hear the seatbelt click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Welcome back for third period action from the McVan O'Keefe Ice Hockey Arena in Peabody, Massachusetts. The Peabody Tanners holding a 2-0 lead over the Bishop Fenwick Crusaders on 2 goals by Sammy Mirasolo, the Conference Player of the Year, and puck is dropped, face-off, tied up, won by the Tanners, and we're underway. Oh, well, shoulder to Cassie Mirasolo. She falls down slowly, getting back to her feet. Sammy will try to dish it up to her sister, cannot. Garofoli going back behind the net to get it, banks it behind her instead. Across, Cassie Mirasolo trying to keep it out. Question should Peabody play conservative or should they try to go for more goals? DeVerne trying to stick it in, could not. Buckley there had her pad resting against the post. Garofoli holding her along the boards, waiting for someone to come get it. DeVerne and Garofoli, that's been a rivalry simmering so far in the middle. Oh, gotten out by Mirasolo. If an offensive player had gotten her stick in there, I'm sure that might have been a goal. And this will be icing on the Tanners. This will come back to their own zone. This could be a prime offensive chance for the Crusaders to put one on the board and come back into this game. So they have Olivia LaGiacono on the ice now at center. Backhander in front. Buckley will instead just cover it up. We'll have yet another face-off coming up for the Tanners and the Crusaders. Robert on the face-off with LaGiacono. Tied up. Robert looking to get it out. Trying to use her speed to outrush Madeline Williams. Back behind. Off the boards, behind the net. You could hear it hit the boards from up here. Falling down is Purcell. Bunch of players falling down there. Ref's whistle will blow. Ref blows his whistle whenever he just loses sight of the puck, and we'll have another face-off coming up. Crusaders will make a line change. The wingers and center will go off, and they'll bring on fresh players. 13:34 left in regulation. Won by the Crusaders, but Purcell takes it again. Rister in front. Here's Robert. Couldn't get there, though. Taken back into the zone across center ice. Here they come. Losing possession, drops it back in. They couldn't get a shot away. Looks like McNeil may have had a chance to get a little wrist shot away there. Couldn't get it off, though. Purcell sends it up. Looks like DeVerne and Buckley just ducked under that one. Ref's arm is up. Looks like he's was signaling for offside. Won't get one. Here they come. Oh, and sticked away by Robert. Tight along the boards. Ganter back to get it. DeVerne holding. Backends it across. Thibodeau gets her stick in there, though, as Buckley has it underneath their glove. We'll have yet another faceoff. Good defensive play by the Tanners. Good awareness. Getting their sticks in, trying to break up passes and break up offensive opportunities so far in this game. I'm sure they'd like to get a goal. I'm sure Kaylin Wesley would like to get redemption for that goal she gave up to Mirasolo at the end of the second period, where she was halfway out of her net, and Mirasolo had a wide open empty net shot. Cassie Mirasolo tied up there with number 18, Olivia LaGiacono. Sent back down. It goes back into the neutral zone. Back to get it goes Jaguar. Jaguar's been a physical presence for the Crusaders so far. She's been getting a little aggressive with some of the Tanner defenders after plays, and especially during them. They've been trying to throw. I think they've been trying to throw the Tanners off balance mentally. The Mirasolos moving into the zone. Flynn trying to deke around, almost does. Shot, Tanner, hat trick, Sammy Mirasolo with the hat trick. 3 goals on the game. Looked like Wesley was coming up from making one save, and it went between the 5-hole, right between her legs, and we have a hat trick for Sammy Mirasolo. If this were the Garden, they'd be throwing hats on the ice right now. I'm sure they've got to be fired up about that one. They'll probably let her keep the puck for that one. Tanner's trying to tie up. McNeil over to get it. But Thibodeau. So all the offense for the Tanners have been from Sammy Mirasolo. 3 goals, a hat trick. On the rebound shot from Flynn in front. Crusaders in a 3-0 hole now. Oh, and it was almost a one-on-one. You could see the frustration on DeVerne's face there. Kept in, Purcell intercepts as it's on its way to the net. Buckley trying to deke it around a defender. Here comes Robert. Little collision at center ice between McNeil and Thibodeau. Here comes Robert. Stick handling it around defenders. Here she comes. Shot wide. Ganter shot fluttering in front. She's playing out of the net. Once again, Wesley playing a dangerous game, playing a little far out of the net. It looks like it landed right in front of her pad. And we have a player coming out of the Crusaders locker room. Number 7, Brenna Satterfield, coming out. Maybe an equipment malfunction, maybe. We don't know. Haven't seen her on the ice at all so far. like one of the coaches of the Crusaders rushing down below us. Into the neutral zone. Will the Tanners try to play a little bit more aggressive offensively, or will they play conservative and play for the 3-0 win? Clearly they can rely on the goaltending of Buckley. She has 2 shutout periods so far. She's looking for a shutout. In front. Oh, Mirasolo rebounds. And it will be tied up. Stick collision there. Looks like Sammy fell down there. Back to the neutral zone. Down to get it is Jen Flynn, one of the speedsters of Peabody. Her and Mirasolo. Here comes Flynn. Dumps it back to Cassie. Back to Norton. Gives it across. Garofoli, slap shot. One-timer, save. Rebound, open net. Norton trying to get there. Can't get it. That could have been the 4th goal. That could have been the nail in the coffin for Fenwick. Garofoli will dump it around the boards again. Folks, this is as action-packed as a game I have seen so far this year. Sammy trying to play keep away. No, it's back at center ice. Here they come in the middle. Boomed off by Flynn and Garofoli. One of the smaller members of the Tanners and one of the bigger members of the Tanners. That one hit the roof of the arena. It was stick collision. It bounced up high. That's a first for me. I've never seen a puck go that high before. That hit the lining on the ceiling of the rink. Tied up there. Back. Ganter will bank it off the boards. You can see it. You can. Back into the corner. Here comes Robert. Nope, that's Thibodeau. Spinning around defender. Gives back to Ganter. Rister goes into a defender's skates. I think it was Nagy's. Back behind. Buckley in to get it. 8:43 left in the game. DeVerne backhands it across. No one there. She could see her slamming her stick in frustration. Here comes Jess Robert. Robert deking around defenders, moving in. Goes wide of the net. In front, here's Thibodeau trying to get a shot away. She doesn't know where it went, though. Back to the neutral zone. Back down to get it is Riley Ganter. Ref signals no icing here. Here come the Crusaders. Looks like they're putting some players on the put a player on the ice we haven't seen so far. I believe that is number 37, Michelle Poirier. Tanner's making a change. The scoring line is out. Wouldn't you like to see Sammy Mirasolo pick up a 4th goal? Push down to the ice. This will be a penalty on Peabody, I believe. The ref's arm is up. It'll be on Garofoli, goalie to the net. Goalie to the bench. She comes back on. And they'll send Garofoli to the box for 2 minutes. For legal cross-check, maybe? I'm not sure. Won by the Crusaders. In the middle. Back to the defender. Into the pad of Buckley. You could hear that hit her glove from up here. Sticked away. And now it's blocked down. Here comes Thibodeau trying to get there. Falling down. Thibodeau. Playing calmly on the other side of the ice. Some fans down below is calling for possible tripping penalty. Won't get one. Ref shielding his face from that one. Refs are on the ice too. They got to protect themselves, folks. Wrist shot in a scrum of defenders. Who's going to get it out? Whacking at it is Jaguar with Purcell, one of the bigger players of the Crusaders and one of the smaller players of the Tanners. Shot, Blanchett into the shin pads of Robert or Ganter. Little slap shot. Oh, just wide. Buckley playing her crease very well. In front, in the middle, Blanchett, wrist shot. What a save by Buckley! No wonder she's the top goalie for the Tanners. 50 seconds left on the power play, 6:18 left in the period. Here comes the defender on in. No, it is blocked by Purcell. Mirasol looking to get it back up ice. She knows there's a penalty. She dekes around one defender, goes back to the neutral zone. She falls down, skimmers to the boards. Here they come, moving on in. DeVerne, no, it will not go. Into the glove of Buckley, and it will go out. Mirasolo, oh, she's got a breakaway. Here she comes, looking for her fourth. Sammy Mirasolo dekes. What a save by Wesley! Moving quickly up and down the ice. Here comes Garofoli out of the box. And ref blows his whistle. Don't know what for, though. Also, don't forget to tune in at 2 o'clock today, folks. The boys Tanner team will take on the Crusaders for their Carlin Cup matchup. Tune in at 2 p.m. We will be on live on Channel 8. We'll also be live on YouTube channel, our Peabody Access TV YouTube channel, and on our website. Garofoli pushing off a defender. She pushes off LaGiacono. Here comes Sammy again, backhander. Oh, what a save! She's out of net. Little scramble at the front. Looks like a half dozen players falling down, just trying to play defense there. Tremendous confusion at the front of the net. 4:56 left in the period. Wesley has been playing very well. She uses that stand-up style of goaltending, a style that we don't see anymore. Most notably, the last goaltender that probably most fans in Massachusetts of the Bruins would know was Jerry Cheevers of the Bruins in the 70s. He made it popular. It's a style that you just don't really see anymore, folks, but she's using it pretty well so far. She's been a little too aggressive. Here they come. Here come the Crusaders. Shot off of the face mask, and it will go up into the netting. I guess, folks, you use any part of your body to save that puck when you're in net. That includes your face mask as well. Just shake it off and get back into the moment. So the Tanners now have Kat DiGiulio on, number 17, with Norton, Robert, Thibodeau, and Garofoli. Waiting for the official. Looks like he was trying to confer with one of the coaches of the Crusaders. Face-off is won by, here comes DiGiulio, fresh onto the ice. She will instead deke it around. Tanners keep it in. DiGiulio, little twirling shot. Can't get it in. Wrist shot again, and it will go wide. Crusaders moving in. Here comes the Bishop Fenwick Crusaders. Dumped around. DeVerne losing track of it. Falling down. Hit hard was Williams. Here comes Robert into the middle. She'll deke, spin around to the outside. Roberts just trying to play keep away. Looking for any offensive opportunity. Ganter's on. Sanders will have to recoil. Purcell with Mirasolo on the ice now. Here's Thibodeau. The freshman would like a goal here. 3:38 left in the game. So it would take a colossal meltdown by the Tanners for the Crusaders to get back into this game. Ganter. Ganter playing catch with, I believe that's Mirasolo down there. She's on, for once she's on the ice without her sister Cassie Mirasolo. She's on with on wing DiGiulio and I believe that is Thibodeau. In front, whacked at, it goes off of a pad. Purcell holding it in. Ganter Looks like if she had snapped it on net, she might have had a shot. Mirasolo flipping it up high and into the glove of Wesley. So the Mirasolos are both on with Jen Flynn. Face off one by the Tanners. Ganter will just dump it around the boards. Down the length of the ice. Ganter will go back to retrieve it. 2:45 left in the game. Up high, kept in. Here comes Jen Flynn. Back to Mirasolo. Wrist shot goes wide. May have been deflected by a defender in front. Here come the Crusaders, losing possession. Mirasolo will hold it. Here comes Jen Flynn. Flynn, 2-on-1 with Mirasolo, fed it across. Oh, and it went wide. Flynn holding in. Back behind again. They'll come out. Flynn, little slap shot, goes across the crease and out. Purcell will hold, goes off a pad in front, and a little confusion. Purcell will come off, Ganter stays on, they'll put Norton on. So it's only a matter of time before we see Ganter go off and Garofoli come on. 1:45 left in the game, rebound, scramble at the front. Sammy almost had a fourth one, diving save by Wesley in net. Sacrificing the body, folks. That's what hockey is all about. You gotta be willing to take the physical punishment that comes with it. And so far, it looks like both teams have taken tremendous physical punishment so far. Robert, shot off the faceoff into a defender. Here come the Crusaders, almost a 2-on-1. Looking to feed it across and into the skate of Robert. Natsuchi pushed off of the puck. Here comes Jess Robert, just playing conservative. Tip, here's DeJulo, shot, scores! Page, no, I believe it was Kat DeJulo. DeJulo, only on her third shift of the period. I believe she has put the Tanners up 4-0. May have been deflected in front by Garofoli, perhaps. But in any case, Tanners have a 4-0 lead with 1:18 left. That is the final nail in the Fenwick coffin, folks. So now the defender's starting to key on Kat DeJulo. Garofoli playing patiently, skating it into the zone. Garofoli in front. It almost was sticked in by one of their own defenders. Allison County almost sticked it in to her own net. 40 seconds left to go in the game. DeJulo deking around defenders. Wrist shot. Oh, and it goes off the pad and wide. Across. Norton looking to keep it in. Nope, that's Robert keeping it in. 25 seconds left to go in the game. Just a little slap shot in front. Thibodeau whacks it around the boards. 18 seconds left. We'd like to thank you from Peabody Access Telecommunication for tuning into this game on your local Channel 8. Also for listening in on our YouTube channel and on our website. Tanner's holding a 4-0 lead with 5 seconds left. And we have an icing on the Crusaders. Thank you for tuning in, folks. Peabody Tanners holding their 4-0 lead with 5.3 left. Hat trick by Sammy Mirasolo. Heck of a way to end the Carlin Cup for her. Also, I believe a goal by either Carolyn Garofoli or Kat DeJulo. I'm not sure, though. This will be the final face-off of the game. Alicia Gillen is on, senior, at center. And the clock... Folks, it's 12:41. The clock has hit 0. Tanners win 4-0 shutout win. The Carlin Cup will stay with Peabody. So a hat trick by Sammy Mirasola proved to be the difference in this game. An insurance goal by either Kat DiGiulio or Carolyn Garofoli at the end of the game. The Carlin Cup will stay with the Peabody Tanners this year. We'd like to thank you for listening in on this game at home and also on YouTube and on our website. I am Bernard Parisi with Peabody Access TV. I'd like to thank the camera crew down here with me, as well as my boss, Gus Margota. We will see you next time on Peabody Access TV, and also tune in at 2 o'clock today for boys ice hockey action, their Carlin Cup game between the Bishop Fenwick Crusaders and the Tanners. The Tanners looking for their first win of the year. We'll see you at 2 o'clock. If not, we'll see you next time on Peabody Access TV.